Trump officials declined to rule out a recession as new tariffs take effect. Instead, they're calling it a transitional period with potential economic pain. President Trump insists the tariffs will create a better future for Americans. But as Amy Kiley reports, many economists warn these policies could trigger the very downturn officials won't discuss.
They're sort of making excuses and stories about a bad economy when we don't yet have a bad economy.
Experts say it's not too late to avoid inflation and a potential economic slowdown. That's despite a grim new forecast and warnings like these from the Trump administration.
There are no guarantees.
Between now and April 2nd, there'll be some uncertainty.
April 2nd is when President Donald Trump says he'll unveil sweeping new tariffs. He says they'll offer negotiating leverage, protection for some domestic industries, and a response to trade deficits.
It's a liberation day for our country because we're going to be getting back a lot of the wealth that we so foolishly gave up to other countries.
A new report from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development paints a grimmer outlook. It predicts if U.S. businesses end up paying more tariffs, that would lead to price hikes for American consumers and a slower U.S. economy. But note that word if.
A lot of the fundamentals are still in pretty good shape.
It's almost as if the Trump economic team has accepted that bad things are going to happen.
The president says he won't back down on tariffs. Other countries say they're working on retaliatory measures and trade deals that don't involve the U.S. But economists point out it's not April 2nd yet.
That's kind of a self-created crisis. I feel like that could be pretty easily reversed if needed.
And major law firms now targeted in Trump's anti-DEI crackdown. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission demanding at least 20 top firms turn over their diversity hiring records. This follows the president's executive order against a Democratic-linked Washington law firm over its diversity practices. The move signals a broader push against workplace diversity initiatives across the legal industry. The latest retail report came in weaker than expected. Retail sales were up slightly in February with a 0.2% increase, but February's numbers from the Commerce Department still came in much lower than what economists projected. Retail executives recently warned consumers are feeling stretched and they're being more cautious with their spending. The cost of building a new home could jump more than $9,000 due to President Trump's trade war. That's according to a new estimate from the National Association of Home Builders. The group's March survey pointed to elevated costs of materials due to tariffs as well as labor and lot shortages. Economists say tariffs could also impact costs to buy and renovate fixer-uppers. That was a look at your consumer news.